Hello, everybody, and welcome to this particular session. Is the stock investment masterclass, and we are still in the beginner series or the foundations level. And today, I want us to discuss an IPO. Right? I believe in one way or the other, you have heard the term IPO. So, what you need to understand is that before a stock is listed or is listed publicly, or before stocks become a publicly traded stock, they were first private businesses. Okay, so think of Apple, think of Google. Before they became public companies, they were private businesses. So how do companies go from private to public traded? So the process is what you're calling an IPO, right? And an IPO stands for initial public offering. It is when a private company sells shares to the public for the very first time, right? So imagine of this example, a private company is worth $1 billion, right? It decides to sell maybe probably 10% of its ownership to the public. So that 10% becomes publicly tradable stock. Okay. And why, maybe probably, do you find most of the companies or some companies go public? What is the reasoning behind that? So, like we have discussed in some of the previous episodes that we have done on the stocks masterclass, so some of the reasons why companies go public is, of course, to raise a large capital when a company wants to expand its operations. Also, probably, maybe if a company wants to pay its investors early, or probably to build some credibility. So, those are some of the reasons why companies go public. And it's also good to understand why investors are interested in buying IPOs. Okay, so you realize that anytime there is an IPO, investors are always alert. They are always analyzing, looking at the underlying fundamentals, so they can be able to know whether they will buy the IPO or they will not buy the IPO. I'll be giving you a couple of few examples to see how IPOs are very important for you as an investor. And if you get them right, if you're able to analyze it right, you can be able to actually take advantage of early gains before even the stock stabilizes in the financial market or in the stock exchange. Okay, so you realize that investors, they want to buy IPOs, or they buy IPOs because they hope early entries into strong companies will give them an added advantage. Also, they look at it in terms of long-term growth, so they want to enter as early as during the IPO. And also they enter or they buy because of the potential price appreciations. Okay, because of the potential price of appreciation. So let me give you very two good examples. For instance, in the Nairobi Stock Exchange, recently we had the Family Bank IPO. So Family Bank was listed in the Nairobi Stock Exchange, and the IPO price was $18 per share. Yeah, I think it was $18, not $18 per share, but it was 18 Kenya shillings per share. All right. And during after the price was listed, during the same day, the price rose all the way to 50 Kenya shillings per share. So if you look at that margin, that is a 178 percent growth, right? It's a 178% growth. So what does that tell you? Maybe probably if you had invested your Kenya shillings 100,000, that means you could have made, within a couple of hours, you could have made a profit of 178,000 Kenya shillings. All right, the power of IPOs. Another good example. Last month we also had the SpaceX IPO. So SpaceX was listed in the stock exchange, and the listing price was about $135 per share, thereabout. It was $135 per share, and during the same day the price rose to around $173 per share. That was an appreciation of about 28.15% growth. Okay, so if you had invested $1,000 in that IPO, it means within a few hours you could have made 281.50 dollars. All right, so that is equivalent to about that 3,000 Kenya shillings thereabout. Okay, so you can see why investors are always interested in buying the IPOs. Okay, so but even before you jump into buying the IPOs, there is what we call the reality check, right? And when you talk about the reality check, you need to understand that not all IPOs are successful. So even though I gave you those two examples of very successful and recently IPOs that have happened, not every IPOs become successful. So there are some risks that underline the IPOs. For instance, like I said, investors have to look into aspects like overvaluation, hype-driven pricing, and also early volatility. Okay, so those are some of the key things to look at, some of the risks to look at. You have to analyze the stock to know, depending on its underlying financials before the IPO, to check whether it's overvalued, right? We also need to consider aspect of hype-driven pricing, because some of the IPOs, they are very hyped but they don't deliver the results. Okay, so and also probably you have to consider what we call early volatility. Okay, so but don't worry, this is just an introduction. We will be doing some of the series in terms of trying to evaluate or analyze a company, look at it in terms of whether it's valued, overvalued, or maybe probably it's undervalued. Right, so what you need to understand is that IPOs is not just a launch day. Okay, IPO is not just a launch day. So it is a transition from private ownership to public speculation. Okay, so and now that you understand IPOs, I believe next video we can be able to break down something essential, and that is we can be able to understand the bull market and the bear market. Okay, because when you are looking at the stocks market, we want to take advantage of the bull market to make money, and when the price is on the bear market, we always look for opportunities to be able to buy at discounted opportunities. So in the next episode, I'll be showing you how to identify a bull market and also a bear market, and look at some of the characteristics of a bull market and a bear market. So until next time, keep it safe and see you soon.